YouTube, happy Thursday. About to dump another ash in my lap, but we'll see. Enjoying a Churchill, a Baccarat the Game. Fantastic cigar. Picked up a bunch of these lately. Got them around $2 a stick. Can't beat it. Great yard cigar when you don't want to think about nothing and just want something a little sweet. Made by Davidoff, rolled at the Camacho, the Camacho factory in I think it's Honduras is where Camacho is, but it's a good cigar. It's a good cigar. Again, some people say, "Oh, yeah, it's a weak one. You need a strong, full-bodied double Ligero." Okay, go ahead. But when I don't want to think about anything and I just want a cigar and I just want to relax, want something a little sweet, this is the ticket. And it's not long filler either. It's mixed filler. So to hold an ash like that on a mixed filler, pretty impressive. Enjoying some southern sweet iced tea with some peach. Oh, I guess what would make it peach tea. And relaxing. Early into work today. Got off about 11-hour day. Not bad. One more day. So I'm in a camper conundrum. I'm going to lose this ash any second, so I might as well just tap it. There she went. In a camper conundrum. So I turned to my fellow YouTubers and YouTube pipe community folks. So we've got the seasonal campsite. We're going to go down this weekend. In fact, I think I'm going to go down a day ahead of Mrs. Buckeye and get it all set up. It's technically not set up. It's on the spot. It's level. But it needs electric hooked up, which is nothing. You always need to do that. Water hooked up, nothing. You always need to do that. But I have to get all the valves turned back from bypass to summer, from winter to summer, basically from bypass to direct flow. I have to get all that done, make sure everything works. I think I have a water hose. If not, I'll have to run to the Walmart and get a new water hose. You don't just hook a green hose up to a camper. You need a drinking hose. Those are the white hoses in the RV section. If you've ever seen those and wondered what they were, those are potable water hoses. Not that we drink out of the hose because it feeds into the camper. Not that we drink out of the faucets. The dogs do, and they're fine. But we tend to drink bottled water anyway. Well, my camper conundrum. So yesterday I did the video on barbecueguys.com and being bummed out about my Komado Joe. I was really looking forward to that. I could maybe get another one, maybe $100 more here locally, and I'm not sure that they have it. I guess for whatever reason, COVID-19, everybody bought those things up and are using them. Great. Hard to get, really hard to get. So this is where I'm at with it. Would love to have another Komado style cooker for the camper. When we're down there for the weekend, or when we're down there for the week of 4th of July and the week of Halloween and then Thanksgiving, it'd be nice to have the Komado style. But do I need a Komado style? Do I need to spend that kind of money? That's the dilemma. Or should I get something else? Should I try one of the lesser known, like char griller stainless steel Komados? I don't think I would like it after having an egg, because the knock on that is it doesn't hold the temperature well. If I'm going to do a Komado, I want to take it down there so I can do pulled pork and chicken and sliced pork and do some of the long smoker cooks that I really enjoy doing. When I'm down there for the day and having a beverage or two, light the grill and just cook. That's what I love to do. So do I do that? Or do I save the money? I've got a Smoky Joe Weber out there that's perfectly fine. I think I've used it twice. I can cook steaks just as good on that as I can on a big green egg. Now, I can't probably smoke my pork and do the chicken and all that, but I can cook chicken breasts or chicken quarters. Or I could cook hot dogs, bratwurst. Faster cooks, easier cooks, and then just invest my time in relaxing. It's put money in my pocket. I've got a little gas grill that comes with the RV that I could hook into the side, but that just is a pain because then you have to roll up the awning and hook everything up and divert the valves, and I don't do that. We had purchased a little gas grill before this camper just to take highly rated Coleman kind of stand up pop up that everybody loves to cook breakfast and everything on. We never really used it. Had a Traeger for a while, loved it. Well, I loved it for a while, and then it became more work than it was worth. Traegers are cool, but man, they can be a lot of work. Now they can smoke some stuff good. They're also a pain in the butt. My Komado cooker, my green egg, I just let that thing go. It'll cook 18 hours, no problem. I don't have to check on it hardly at all. But the daggone Traegers, they'll run out of pellets, or you'll get a jam in your auger, all that crap. So I don't know if I want a pellet grill. I've been there, done that, and I don't think I'm going back. So would love to hear advice. What do you think? What do you think? Should I just stick with just a basic charcoal and just worry about relaxing while I'm down there? You know, on the weekends, that's not a problem. Throw a steak, piece of chicken on. That would be just fine for the weekends. But for those long weeks that we're going to be down there, and there are going to be a couple of them, you know, that might be nice, beyond nice, to be able to have a little, well, an RV block party or whatever, do enough pulled pork for a few of the neighbors and have a party and do things like that. I love doing that. So that's my dilemma. You know, if I get the next size up, Lois has the next size up, a Komado Joe. They're a little bit more pricey, about $300 more than what I would have paid for the Junior. Little bit bigger, a little bit heavier. I think all in it weighs 188 pounds. Still, I think we could manage to get it up in the camper to lock it up just inside the door as we leave, because it's not huge. So that's conundrum one. Conundrum two, beautiful camp spot. We have a nice camp spot. And we kicked around. We put a rug, usually when we're camping for a few days or even a week, you just put a rug down and sweep it off. And we still may do that. But since it's on a seasonal site, one of the advantages is that you could either A, build a wood patio. You know, so I'm thinking maybe doing a 20 by 10 or 20 by 8, whatever is easy. And it doesn't even have to be 20 feet long. My awning's 18 feet long, so it'd be great if the awning covered it all in case we had visitors. Really, it would, a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 8 would probably be plenty for Mrs. Buckeye and I. But in case we had visitors, and at times we will. But you don't build a church for Easter Sunday. I could also easily put up the dining fly I have, and people could sit in the shade under that. So, do I build that and put that out there? I know it would get used. I know it would make it look more aesthetically pleasing. I know that would be nice to have. Or is it better to just put patio block out there? I know that's a little bit of work, getting everything, digging up, making the ground level, putting the sand down, but then you just drop those those patio stones in. Bump, 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 bump. You know, if we went 20 by 10 foot, I think you can get them for $180 something. So what's that? If my math is right, and I may not be right, but I think I need 200 blocks. If I got them at a couple bucks a piece, it'd be $400 for the pavers, and I don't know, not too much for the sand. And then the labor to do it, probably do it in a day or two. Would look nice, and both options really, really are better than just the rug that we have. The rug we have for weekend camping is fine, but it gets dirty and, you know, just, I don't know. It's hard to explain unless you live on it. Hard to explain. So for the longer weeks, it's okay. We could do that and put the money in our pocket and not mess with it. So it's our first season, seasonal camping. Do we go a little bit nicer? You know, I think we'll be here 2 or 3, 4 years. I'm hoping we'll be here. That's the plan. But you never know in the logistics world and with jobs. I'm sure I'll be here another 2 years anyhow. So if I'm going to do something, it makes sense to do it now to get at least a couple years of enjoyment out of it. What do you think? What's the most inexpensive? I don't want to spend 3 or 4 weekends down there cutting, measuring, sawing. I'm not the handiest carpenter in the world. So I don't want to spend all this time down there trying to get a daggone floating. They call them floating just because it would just sit on the ground. We're not anchoring anything into the ground. We're not anchoring anything to the daggone camper. Just would flat out set flat on the ground, just like pavers would or patio blocks would. These are the things that keep me up at night. Do I splurge and get a grill? It's not a waste of money. If I go back to the grill for 2 seconds, it's not a waste of money because you can always use it. I certainly could always bring it back here, and there are times I could easily have 2 cookers going. No problem. We saw that a couple weeks ago when I cooked for about 8 or 9 hours one day on the one grill. So there's that. Then there's the fact of, do you say hell with it and just put a rug out and go bare bones camping when everybody else has nicer looking decks? And I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses. I really don't care because everybody else leaves their camper there. Ours is mobile. We can still pull ours out. A lot of people keep their seasonal spot there. Then they pay the extra $200 a month during the winter. So those campers are built in there now. They don't move. They have decks attached to them, all that stuff. They're not going anywhere. We can still pull ours out if we want to travel, which is one of the things that we liked about the spot that we're in. I doubt we travel because we've got the money tied up in the spot. We'll just go to the spot. We like it there. But it would be nice to have a wood deck or something like pavers. Just something a little bit nicer for the dogs to lay on and for us to be barefoot on and not have to worry about all that other stuff. Dirt and all that. I mean, you still have to worry about dirt, but I guess it's hard to explain. So, any seasonal campers out there would love your input. Just kind of caught in a conundrum now. Am I going to be down there? I'm working on my MBA at the same time, so I could literally go every weekend. Mrs. Buckeye doesn't want to go every weekend. There's probably some weekends I shouldn't go because I'm writing papers. But I think we would go 2 to 3 weekends a month through the summer and then into the fall. So I think we'll go plenty to get our money's worth out of it. But gosh, these stupid decisions. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Keep it simple, stupid is always usually the best philosophy. Use what you got. Don't worry about it. They've got a picnic table down there and a fire ring, although I'll take my solo stove with us because my solo stove's a beast. And in fact, I could probably leave the solo stove down there if I wanted. Or do we spruce it up and make it nice? Make it to where Mrs. Buckeye can have some potted plants on the wood deck or on the pavers and make it nice. Being not mechanically inclined, which one's less work? That's a big factor. I like them both, and I could be happy with patio block or with a wood deck. Or should I just hire somebody? Is anybody out there a carpenter in the North Carolina area that could bust one of these 10 by 20 decks out if I buy the materials and, at a decent rate? Could you do it in a day? I don't know. What a conundrum. We'll figure it out. Always do. But that's on my mind today. I'm going to sit here, sit in the sun. It's a beautiful 77-degree day. Enjoy it with the dogs. Enjoy this cigar. Don't sleep on the Baccarat, the game cigars. You can pick them up dirt cheap. Don't pay $80 a box. Wait till they go on sale. You can find them for $60 and $50 a box if you wait. And that makes them about $2 a stick, $2.50 a stick. And then they're perfect for yard work or just sitting out here in an evening where you don't want to think and just want to have something a little sweet and enjoy it. It's really good. Anyhow, y'all take care. Be safe out there. Stay smart on this COVID-19 deal. It's still active. North Carolina yesterday, 470 cases jumped in a day. That's the most I've seen since I put out my daily report in a single day. It was 470. Makes me nervous because we're in phase 1 of the reopening. So don't know what the government will do. We'll see. But be well. Wishing you all the blessings in the world. Wash your doggone hands, people. Wash your doggone hands. And let me know. Let me know your thoughts on this video. We'll talk to you later. Have a good day.